Hollerin with Hollenbeck.
Holleback. Joey Hollenbeck.
We're staying on the new spot. They've built like a new area. It's like Old Town, but on one side of the Flamingo, it's like it's not like Old Town, but it looks a lot like Old Town. Shops just boom, 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 boom.
We had a suite at the Flamingo last time we went.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going in March.
Which one are you going to?
I don't know where we're staying, but we're
So you're going to San Diego again?
Next Wednesday.
Going to March. Going
Going to Vegas in March.
What are you guys doing in Vegas? Is there like someone's birthday you're celebrating, or
Construction Expo.
ooh? Do you go with any of the other boys around town here that have?
No, you run into quite a few people though. Usually,
Got a lot of I'm eating right now.
weird. You're a dick too. You did that on purpose. I'm gonna do the chicken strips like we did the very first podcast, and then not offer the guy one. No, I don't.
They're so good.
They look great. I don't want one though.
Are you being like, I don't want one. No, don't give it to me.
No, I'm serious. I don't want one. Thank you though.
Okay, I'm gonna take another bite.
Okay.
All right.
So you're staying actually at the back side of it. It's not that new. Because it was like that 3 years ago when I was there.
It's more complete. Like it's more filled. Like every shop is full. Every restaurant is full. It's becoming a hub.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's becoming a. But yeah, so going there. Excited for that.
Just you and the wife?
Me and the wife. The thing is, I don't know how much I can air here, but I'm going to air it as much as I can. I get so frustrated from the outside world for my wife. Like I stress out. I have a great job. I love my work. Her work is the thing that I stress out about. Right now, she's working late. She works Sunday. She usually has Sundays off. She's got this walkthrough and all this, and it's just like binding me up right now and just frustration. And I just can't handle it. It's pissing me off. So
Couple more days and you'll be in sunshine.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I just keep telling myself. Vegas, 65-degree Vegas in February.
Dude, when we were in San Diego last week? Mm-hmm. No, a week before last.
No, it was last week.
Week before last, I think.
Oh, yeah. We got snow on Tuesday. That's right.
It was 80 and not a cloud in the sky the entire time.
You were on the beach. You were like
perma
beach.
The whole time.
You look a little. You still got the tan going.
Yeah.
Little burn. Little pink.
No.
Little medium.
Still.
On your face.
I was in the sauna earlier, bro. Maybe
Oh, you were? You were working out like crazy. You sent that video, or he sent that picture of himself on.
It was just of the screen.
Were you counting down, or had you been on it for 35 minutes?
Counting down.
Okay, so you had just gotten on there.
No, it started for an hour.
Shut up. You were on there for 35 minutes? Wait.
25 minutes.
25 minutes?
When I sent it to you. But I wanted you to see that I was doing it at what I told you to do.
12 and 15.
Yeah.
I did 10 and 15 yesterday. Well, I did it the week before, and I made it like 6 minutes, and I got to the half-mile mark, and so I'm like, you know what? So yesterday, it was so bad. I was almost puking. And then yesterday, I ran. I'm like, I'm going to go as hard as I can. I was like 135, 140, like whatever it is per minute. Not heart, but like strides or whatever.
On the elliptical.
Okay. Like 10 and 15. I didn't do 12 and 15. 10 and 15, 4.5 minutes, literally almost died. Like, I don't know if you remember running lines and stuff in sports or anything. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt after like the 80th line where you're just like, oh, I cannot move. It took me a good 8 minutes to just not pass out. How do you do it?
So you did 4 minutes and then laid on the ground for 8 minutes and then took a shower and went back to work.
I didn't lay on the ground. I stood. I was burning more calories by standing. But I literally couldn't see. I could not see. I thought I am going to die here.
Do you drink enough water?
I drink water all morning.
I don't know.
I've been a lazy ass for like 15, 16 years.
Yeah, that'll get you.
So now it's like getting back into it. It hurts.
That'll get you.
Yeah. So
but at least you're doing it.
Thank you. So so you just do it for like what, every day?
I switch it up. Depends on what I'm doing.
How long were you there for 25 minutes? Did you go farther?
I did I did about 25, maybe a little more.
Were you sweating like a pig?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went and did my lift, and then I got in the sauna, and then.
Wow.
That's it.
Nice. Okay.
Now I'm drinking an apple cider.
I've just had to check to see if we're actually recording with that thing connected in. We are.
Yeah, sorry about that one.
Yeah, Mike
literally legit blew eardrums out.
Yeah, Mike was complaining about that in his last one.
I heard that. Dude, that guy better get I bet that guy's got his game face on right now.
Mike?
Yeah.
For what?
Dude, the Rager in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, he is excited.
Good.
He is super excited. He's been downloading all sorts of songs.
Nice.
It's gonna be insane. He kind of wants to bring a pal that can help, like, set stuff up. I mean, how many people can he bring? Like 2, maybe 1?
I don't care how many people he brings.
Oh, we just bring it all. Bring the crew.
I don't care.
Bring the Jabberwockies and everyone. Everyone just get down.
Yeah, whatever he needs.
February 26th. We're gonna air this. What day is that? Is that a Thursday?
My birthday's the 26th.
Yeah. When is that?
Wednesday. I get back from San Diego on the 25th. So.
Okay. So, Big 4-0. I know we've talked about your party before, but let's talk about your mindset. You just experienced a 40th birthday party in San Diego, correct?
Correct.
Did it kind of sink in that you're turning 40 at that point at all? Is there anything that you kind of maybe was like scared you at all?
No.
Nothing.
Older the berry, sweeter the juice.
Yeah?
I'm good. I'm good with it. I think 40s are going to be the best times of my life.
How old's Kate?
39.
So you're heading in without her.
She'll be 40 in September.
Okay, but you're hitting it first out of the group, out of the couple, I should say.
Yes.
And so literally celebrating the 40th with your friend on the beach, family and all that. Nothing going through your head. I'm going to be 40. This is unreal.
I thought about that a while ago. Not like there, but I thought about it a while ago. And I was like, shit, I remember like my parents were 40 and like different stuff like that. And I was like, but now I got a good mindset about it. I'm not nervous, but you're just like, damn, it's just another number, bro. It's all in your head.
It's so crazy how time flies, though.
That's true.
Did you have any like older people in your life that, besides your parents, like maybe you were like mid to late 20s that were turning 40, or you're like, dang, dude, that just is so far away, and then it was like, now you're here.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. It's like I look at my kids and it's the same thing.
That's true. How old's your youngest?
5. She'll be 6 in June.
So it's 13 more years in a sense until she's out of the house. You'll be 53. Mm-hmm. I feel like 50s is the prime though.
50's the prime?
50's the prime.
Right now it's 40, bro.
Yeah, 40's the new 30.
Talk to me in 10 years.
50. I hope we're talking in 10 years. Be good. Do you need to get another one?
No, I'm going to have one of these now.
Oh, okay. What is one of these? Oh, nice. Was it good?
Apple juice gives me diarrhea, so I'm waiting to see what this hard cider is going to do to me.
Do you have the same thing? Like, you know how you have to jump out of the us recording every once in a while because you got to go piss?
Take a leak.
Do you have the same thing with diarrhea? Like, are you going to be like in 20 minutes? Like, I'm out?
No, I hope not. We'll see.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Just speaking the facts.
Well,
nice couple days without the rain, huh?
It's been like a nice, fun summer. My brother wanted to record a podcast.
Did you say summer?
Did I say summer?
Yeah.
It feels like summer.
Oh, because we had one day of sunshine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my brother wanted to record a podcast about like all these vacation destinations in Washington. Can I ask you? Actually, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
What's your summer vacation like destination in Washington? I feel like there's only like 5, and he's like, "Hey, let's come up with the top 5." And I'm like, "Okay, then we'll have everyone's list." I think everyone has the same. So let me hear if you can think about that.
Well, we go to Crescent Bar. I got a place at Crescent Bar, so we're at Crescent Bar the whole summer. But then you got Chelan, which is right there with it. We'll usually try to get to Chelan once or twice. We usually go to Chelan like. I think we're going to Chelan spring break this year, and then we'll get over to Chelan in the summertime once or twice as well. That's kind of our spots, though. I love the ocean personally.
Like, are you talking like Puget Sound? Are you talking about Ocean Shores, Long Beach area? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I like all that. I really like. We got there's a hotel we go to in Long Beach called Adrift, and we really like that one. That's a sweet hotel. Nothing too crazy, but it's just kind of like organic stuff, and it's right on the beach, and so it's close. We love that one.
Did you take the kids, or is it just you and your wife?
Always take the kids. I mean, we're talking just Washington, though, right? Yeah. So, I really like Hood Canal too.
What do you do up in Hood Canal? I've actually never vacationed in Hood Canal. What do you got there?
Eat oysters and get boners.
Heck yeah, oysters.
Just get boners. No, we stayed at after my mom passed away. I was like, I gotta get out of here. Let's go figure something out. And we went to Alderbrook. It's like a resort up there.
I've heard of it.
It's sweet. We had a good time. We were just actually talking about it last weekend, trying to get back there at some point. We went around Easter time, and that's when like the oysters are like perfect. And so you'd like they have a dock that goes like way out, and like you go out on the dock and come back, and it was beautiful too. But it wasn't raining or anything. But when you walk back on the dock, there'd be like bags of oysters that like the chefs would put out, and then they'd have like a person out there with like different sauces you could put on them, and they'd shuck them for you right there. You could eat as many as you wanted, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, it was sweet. It was a good time.
How much did it cost you to do all that? Like if you,
I don't know. Like for the weekend?
No, I'm talking like for that oyster.
Oh no,
thing.
it's just if you stay there, they
just do it for you. Staying there. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's pretty sweet.
Good food, really good food there. From when I was there, whatever, how many years ago, but really good food. Food's a big thing for me.
Now, your anniversary, I know you've said it a zillion times. When is your anniversary?
September 1st.
Is there any in Washington places that you guys like to go to celebrate your anniversary? Or do you guys usually like to travel other places of the country?
It's tough because school's starting then.
Right.
It's Labor Day. So that's been tough. But we got married at Semiahmoo, which is way up north by Blaine. It's like a resort right on the ocean that overlooks like basically you can see the border, I guess, across the water, where you cross the border, the arch or whatever it is.
Right. Okay.
So that's Semiahmoo. So we've made it up there one time. I don't know. We're usually just at Crescent Bar, honestly. Popping bottles. Spraying it on each other.
Who do you do you guys are you guys just on the boat the entire time? Are you guys at the place the entire time? What are you guys doing when you guys are at Crescent Bar?
There's so many people that we know in this group, in our community. Mm-hmm. So the kids run around. There's probably like, depends on the weekend, but if it's maxed out, there's probably 15 to 20 kids, all like within the same like age range.
Oh, okay.
And so they like ride their scooters and do whatever and hang out. And then Brad and Steph have a place there, and Mike and Dee and Synth, which is Brad and Steph's sister-in-law. Brother-in-law. They have a place there, and so all of our kids are like best friends, so they're always there. And then we all have boats, so during the day we'll get up, get our boats ready, whatever. We'll launch. Everybody will go surf, do what they're going to do, and then we'll all meet on a beach and hang out and have beers in the sun and do whatever, and then come back and then put our boats away, and then usually we barbecue at somebody's house and
then that's on repeat kind of a thing.
Pretty much Groundhog Day. We'll take a day or two off of like on the boat or whatever, just have a chill day. Or
kids are kind of like in that age range where they're still kind of young. You can't really just leave them be. Do the other families have like maybe someone that's an older teen that can kind of like, hey, we're gonna go next door. Kids
we're like in a full gated area, so like it's not like the kids just kind of do their thing.
Okay, so it's
and
they
run
have wild.
Phones now, right? So
yeah, that's true.
It's easy to get a hold of anybody, but usually they're within not far
Hollerin distance.
Yeah, if you can get it over our music. But there's some good restaurants and stuff down there. There's like a little pizza place and a couple other little spots that you can go grab a bite to eat if you're not feeling like cooking or whatever.
What made you choose Crescent Bar? Like, what was it like? Hey, let's go over here.
Kate has been going there forever, like since she was little. And then her parents bought a place there years ago. And so we would go and stay stay at her parents' place. But, it was just a vacation place too. So we'd go stay there. And then we had kids. And then Kate's sister started having kids, and then it's like we're outgrowing this thing, and we're like, we're gonna buy our own place or figure something out. And then we found a place and bought it, and now we have our own place. And then Kate's sister took over, basically bought the parents' place from them, so they're like one street over from us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's good.
And the weather's always beautiful.
Is this so? You have a place in Crescent Bar. You have a place in Maple Valley. Is there any other places that you property land you need to go?
No, that I own?
Yeah.
No, just there and here in Maple Valley. But yeah, no, just there. What about you? Where's your vacation spots?
Good question. My vacation spot is I like Sun Lakes. I like the Sun Lakes area. That's where I grew up when it came to like where can we go to vacation. My parents would like, hey, let's as soon as we get out of school on Friday afternoon, throw everyone in the truck, bring the boat, head out to Sun Lakes. We'd get a cabin or we'd camp, and then it would just be fish. The thing with I'm not a fisherman. I never have been. I don't like being on. I could go on a boat and swim, and I could fish here and there. But like when you're a kid, you didn't have Netflix, right? You didn't. You only had Saturday morning cartoons. That's all you had. You couldn't come back and play your DVR cartoons. You couldn't stream anything, and so it felt like being taken hostage by your parents, who they've been looking forward to the weekend. So have you, but you want your stuff, and they're like, okay, hey, we're gonna go on a boat for 8 hours, just a landlocked, lake. And that you're going to be taking captivity for 8 hours on this boat while we fish, and you're going to sit there and you can either fish or sleep. That's what you got. That was my, and so it's like, dude, like I'm going to miss the Ghostbusters. I'm going to miss Saved by the Bell. I'm going to miss Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like it's like bummer, man. Dude. Yeah. So
I feel you.
Yeah. So
I stick my head in the water and drown myself. Sit on a boat for 8 hours and watch a bobber.
The best part is that there'd be times where we'd come back just without catching any fish at all. But one of the best things I've ever done, I think I was 11 or 12 on these trips. I hated fishing. So my parents would say, hey, you can take a nap, but just throw your line in the water. And so I did that, and I caught I just threw my line over, just let it sit, close the reel off, let it sit there, slept, and then like an hour of it sitting there, boom, 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 caught the biggest fish we've ever caught out of that lake. And that felt good because it was like, yeah, guess what, guys? You took me to this place against my will, but I caught the biggest fish, so there.
I conquered. Now let's get this bitch on the trailer.
Yeah, exactly. Let's
get out of here.
Broke the record. I'm out. I'm retiring. Yeah. So anyway, that's how mine was. But we had the putt. That's where we went. Putt golf. That's the funny thing. They didn't have go-karts. But every time we went to the ocean, whether it was Long Beach or Ocean Shores or even Chelan, go-karts.
Isn't it funny you think of like go-karts when you were a kid at those places? You're like, that was the awesomest thing ever. And then you go there as an adult and you're like, dude, that's like a tube frame with like a lawnmower on the back of it. And then, dude, you just smell like exhaust and your freaking back's out when you get off of it.
Oh, like, yeah. Sucks. When you're a kid, you're driving around there like Mario and Troopa. When you're a big guy now, you're like the big Koopa Troop. You're like Bowser, like Donkey Kong, freaking.
Oh, you should see me on that thing, bro.
Barely moving your arms anywhere.
Oh yeah, my kids are like, "I'll whoop you," and I'm like, shit, I'm freaking 300 pounds, and this thing's got a freaking 2-horse motor on the back of
it. You can push. They can push you faster.
Yeah, I got one leg out, like kicking it on the side, trying to go faster.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that. It's like where else do you go race go-karts? Unless it's like some like vacation destination. You can go to Sidecart, which is fun in Kent. I don't know if you've ever done that.
I've seen it. I've never been there.
That's pretty fun, but yeah.
Could I fit it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're at the point where you just like your go-kart is like a 1981 Toyota Tercel.
It's like a Toyota Celica.
Yeah, dude. You just kind of peel off, just get down, chopped off of it. Down to the frame. That's your go-kart.
Nice. That works.
Which would be fun, actually. So that's where we go. So when you head out to Crescent Bar, when you get sick of Crescent Bar, do you get sick of it? It's like, you know what? Let's kind of get a change of scenery.
Well, I do. I have to go back and forth. My wife and kids, on the other hand, are like, we're good. Like
they could live there.
They spent more time home this summer than they have in years past. But like the previous year was like, she picked them up from school at the end of the year, the last day of school, and they were home for like 4 days the whole summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you were going back and forth for
work.
Freaking
drive back and forth the whole time, every week. And then I get there, and it's like right when I get there, I just want to chill, have a beer or something for the week. Dad, let's get on the boat. Dad, let's go inner tubing. Dad, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm like, okay.
They just run you ragged.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Kate's always telling them, "Hey, we can't do it now, but when Dad gets here," and so now as soon as you show up there, you're the magic man.
I know.
When you were down in San Diego this past, 2 weeks ago or whatever, and caught that sun, were you kind of getting that Crescent Bar itch just a little bit?
No, I was getting the summertime itch, dude. That was freaking awesome. And the place is awesome. We stayed on Coronado at the Hotel Del, and it's like the sun sets and like they got bars outside. You just sit and chill. You walk out to the beach, and they got like a taco stand with a full bar. You just order a cocktail, walk out to the beach, show them your room card or whatever. They're like, we'll follow you wherever you want to sit. So you just walk out. There's 6 of us, so we walk out, find the spot we want. 2 guys behind us with chairs and umbrellas, set everything out for us.
What?
Give them a tip real quick, and then they're gone. And then at the end of the day, you just leave it there, and they pick it all up.
Shut up.
It's awesome.
How did you find this place?
Hotel Del.
What's that?
It's just like an super old, like historic hotel on the Coronado Island.
They're known for all that.
It's awesome.
Do other hotels do the same thing? Just kind of like, hey, this is what we do now?
There's really no other hotel on the beach like that there.
That's insane.
You can get like...
Does it cost a little more, though, per night?
To do that?
Just in general. Like, I feel like they really take care of you.
Yeah, it costs a little bit more. But, I mean...
But it's worth it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, it is, but I mean, they don't have AC and all that stuff. But it's a huge hotel. It was built in like 1888.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
How big? Is it like skyscraper big, or is it like just like one of
those?
It's
big, dude.
Is it more like expands? Like it expands more than
it's
goes.
Not like up.
Doesn't go up.
Expands.
It's just everywhere. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got you.
Yep.
Wow. So
cool.
so you caught the bug. Someone was talking about getting buried in sand and how terrible it is. You've been there buried in sand?
No, I'm claustrophobic, bro.
Are you a little bit?
Yeah. No, a lot of it.
Like, are you talking like when you were a kid and you'd wrestle with your brothers? Like if someone threw a blanket over you and then they jumped on the blanket and you're like kind of getting trapped, are you like, get off, freaking out kind of a thing? Do you ever have that happen?
I could usually lift those guys right off me, but I never realized I was really like claustrophobic, honestly, until like college. They were redoing the stadium and doing some stuff, and they needed like wire ran in these tunnels from like one end of campus all the way to like the stadium. And Coach Price was like, "Oh yeah, we'll do it as a staff, and our whole team will come out and help." Because you had to pull like thousands and thousands of feet of like 2-inch like conduit, basically
thick stuff
through this stuff. And so we go out there, and everybody gets down and climbs down in this hole and like is backing up. And so I'm like one of the last guys to come down. I'm like, I ain't doing this shit. Climbing back up, and they're like, "Well, you could help feed the wire up here." And I'm like, "Okay, see you at the stadium when you get there." There's no way I was doing it. I was freaking out instantly when I got in there.
Meaning that you'd have someone in front of you and someone behind you, and there's no way you get out.
And the ceiling was like, you had to like crunch down.
Right.
And the walls were like,
oh, yeah.
No
I couldn't
way, dude.
F that. I wouldn't do that either.
You had to go all the way across campus in these deals.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
So being an inspector, guy getting in the crawl space, there's no way you're doing that?
I can't, no.
Not at all.
Not a chance.
Yeah, no. It's terrible stuff.
It's horrible.
So that's crazy. Did you do any other projects? Like, I feel like that's kind of like against NCAA violations of like, hey, let's go we're going to have our team fix up the stadium.
It was like a volunteer thing. We weren't fixing anything up. They just needed this stuff ran.
Did you guys do anything else? Like wash his car or like,
No.
like re-roof his house?
No.
Hey guys, we're re-roofing the house.
No, it was just for
volunteers
the
only.
It was for the university. Everything was volunteer there. Hey, this is a voluntary workout. And then you don't go and you're like, so busted.
Oh, really? Have you ever skipped a voluntary workout?
Mm-mm.
Not once. Thought about it?
No.
Really?
You have to say it's voluntary, but it's mandatory.
So what happened to the person that did skip it, or did anyone?
Nobody ever skipped
Nobody skip one. Like, oh, you said it was voluntary, man. Like nothing like that.
Maybe walk on guys, but nobody. Yeah.
Did you see any walk on guys get on?
Yeah, for sure. There's always.
Did they ever get full rides and all that afterwards, or anything like someone like just kind of really?
Yeah, I usually get like one a year, maybe not one a year, but you get a few that get it. Yeah,
you see the videos nowadays on YouTube where like you'll have like, all right, huddle up, everybody, and then like the guy who's the walk on has no clue what's going on, and they think they're doing a drill or this or that, and all of a sudden he's handed his papers of like, dude, we're paying for the rest of your college.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Did you guys kind of make that a big deal back then, or was it just kind of like they just called him into the office? Here you go, we're going to give you this, and that was
it was a little less formal than it is now.
Yeah. Oh, I think those are fun though.
Those for sure. Well, the kid, whoever it is, like works super hard to get there. Obviously,
Yeah.
You know what I mean. It's like you don't just you walk on and you got to earn it.
Did you ever play with anyone that you remembered playing against in high school, where you were like, this guy was kind of the hot shot at this school, and I remember playing against this guy or lining up against this guy, and now he's my teammate in college. I know it's been a while, but I don't know if you remember like some of those people.
I don't really remember. I'm sure there were for sure, but I just don't. Okay. I don't recall. A lot of the guys that I do remember ended up on our team.
What do you mean?
They ended up coming to Wazoo the same time I did, or
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the guys that you remember playing against in high school became your teammate at Wazoo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's lots of guys. Virgil Williams, he played at Curtis. Derek Roach was a dude that played at Kent Ridge. I'm sure there's
I mean, it's been a ton, yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I was always wondering about like if you ever like had bad blood or anything like that.
No.
And then all of a sudden you're their teammate. If there's any weirdness there.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't. Not that I remember. I was at Wazoo, bro. I was drunk a lot.
So I was drunk a lot. Is Pullman a destination vacation spot for you now? Like at all? Like is it like, hey kids, let's all just go down to Pullman.
No, I want to take them though, but we gotta wait till they get a little older.
Yeah, more to do.
Yeah,
less to. What do you do besides eat and drink in Pullman?
Go to football games.
Besides football games, like if you're heading out there for the summer, is there anything to do? Is there like hiking or like?
I don't think you head out there just to
chill.
Go to the bookie, get them loaded up on Cougs gear, eat at the Coug and have a beer and leave. Oh, what else is there to do?
Yeah, I guess for kids, there's no go-karts, is what you're saying.
Yeah, take them to Ferdinand's, get them some ice cream.
So in Seattle where UW is, I think there's a lot more to do.
Yeah, like you can feed the homeless, you can get crack or meth. You can freaking there's a lot to do. You could what else could you do? I don't know.
Go sightseeing. Yeah. A little bit more.
Yeah. See some homeless dude pissing on a pole. Go to Tent City, show them around.
I love it. You're so quick on those things, man. You're so quick on anytime UW comes up, you like immediately know how you're gonna blast them.
Well, I mean, it's UW. It's not that hard.
Charcuterie board.
Yeah,
pretty good idea, right?
I
still feel like we should get into charcuterie boards.
It was a good idea.
Should we do it? I'm like this close.
I like already got it fabbed, and you keep throwing it out there so that somebody else can make it faster than us.
No, you're right. That's right. Hey, everyone, forget that. But that. It's just it's all this is just wood, some wood burning. Put a little varnish on it. You're done.
Wood burning.
We just wood burn a Cougars logo.
You and I do it, just handmade. Looks like a first grader did it.
Mr. Patakis would be so proud. Mr. Hildebrand.
Oh, hey, I remember I got this wood burning kit when I was in 4th grade. Let's use it.
It's our we're just at the Enumclaw Street Fair, King County Fair, wherever. Just freaking salmon days over in Issaquah. We're just like, we got the charcuterie board. You guys see it? The guy's like, that looks like a lion on fire.
Yeah.
So, any big vacation destinations this year? Or is it just this? Besides, I know Vegas, you said next? Do you guys kind of try to hit some big place up you've never been before, kind of a thing, or do you guys like really solid in your traditions and what you like?
Like what we do?
Yeah,
Us?
yeah,
Family wise?
yeah. I know you guys did Disneyland last year.
Yeah, my family loves Disney. We love California. I really like California. It's easy. It's quick.
Like Southern or all over?
San Diego, obviously the Disneyland.
Like the wineries in Northern California?
Yeah, we're going to go to Napa in September for Kate's 40th.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
That'll be
Well, I'll have to
fun.
get my plane ticket. All right. Just writing a little note down.
Yeah, do.
Okay, plane ticket.
Fully invited.
Cool. I always am to all these things, it seems like. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
What else? I think Kate's never been to Hawaii. I think we're going to try to go to Hawaii at some point. I don't know this year, but maybe towards like the end of the year, maybe.
What's your anniversary at? Like, are you 15 years, 10 years, 20 years? Where?
This year will be our 12th.
12th. So 15 is a good destination anniversary for Hawaii. The 15 year? That gives you
Capri's 11 or 12.
Oh, gosh. I put you on the spot.
This will be our 11th. So we're 1 year underneath.
Can I give you a little shout of advice here?
Yeah, don't ask me shit like that when I'm on
No,
mic.
besides that, sometimes you have to count over. You have to start over when you count. Just get a second marriage. That's what I did. And then you remember. I'm on my 4th, I think.
Not happening.
Good. We love Kate.
Not happening.
We love Kate. I'm surprised she hasn't called us yet.
The night's still a puppy. We shall see.
We shall see. Are you getting hot in here yet? I feel like I got the heater going.
Yeah, you can turn that right off.
Yeah, I know. I think we're gonna power through. Well, should we take a little? I'm gonna take a little editing break. Did you want another something to drink?
Oh, you edit now?
I'll edit this for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a beer.
I like you to sound good, Joey. I'm gonna leave that anniversary thing in though.
That's fine.
Do you need to piss or go? You have diarrhea?
No, I just want a beer.
You don't have to. What type? Do you want the Bud Light?
Yeah, I'll have a Bud Light.
Or do you want to go back to the? Do you want to go a little space?
No.
Do you want to go to Shock Top?
No,
do you
I'll
want
have a Bud Light. 2 Bud Lights. 2 Bud Lights. Those what's the deal on those things? There's like marinara. What are like little wings?
Those are they're breadstick. Not breadsticks. They're breaded chicken, like chicken wings.
Oh gosh.
Still here.
Well, we almost lost our whole setup there. We'll double check to make sure everything's plugged in. Hopefully he's recording on the video side of things, so we can throw that in.
Okay. Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks, bud. Just can't reach him. Put him far enough away. I can't even reach him. Listen to you and Tyson's deal. It's pretty crazy. Newclaw's going from 4A to 2A again.
Yeah, that is so weird.
I got a weird feeling that we're going to dominate. Like he was kind of playing it down.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think that this, and he like threw it at the golf team. We're going to destroy people, I think, at 2A, in my opinion.
Are you talking
Sports.
You're talking about Enumclaw? You're saying we. Are you talking about Tahoma? Where you're
No, dude. I'm Enumclaw, bro.
Well, you.
This guy has a full-blown rat nest going on right now. What are you doing?
I'm new.
When I say I'm Enumclaw through and through, bro.
I feel like Joe Dirt, where he's just like mining that oil for the first time. He's like, I'm new.
This guy is a shit show.
I ran on the. I'm not drunk at all, I swear. That went down the wrong hole and I almost died. I almost drowned in beer. Oh, gosh. I just spit it everywhere. My wife's work is stressing me out, okay? I can't even think right now. I'm just reek of beer. I just spit my space dust all over the computer, all over me. I think I'm recording that part. Oh, gosh.
Enumclaw's going to dominate 2A.
You doing okay over there?
I'm doing good, bud. I'm doing great.
When you say shit, that was a shit show move right there.
It was. You tripped on your cord, wrapped it all the way around everything.
It was like...
Then finally get it untangled, sit down, take a drink of your beer, and then spit it everywhere.
It was like Mousetrap. It was like some sort of like one thing hitting after another. Did you ever look over and go, how did we ever start this podcast? How did this ever happen? And you go, and the thing is, you're stuck because we sat in his living room This is behind the scenes. This is some BTS podcasting for Full Buddy Cast. When Joey jumped on this, I didn't know Joey as well as I do now. But I was like, hey, dude, you're not one of those guys that like just like says, hey, yeah, let's do it. And then like 3 weeks later, you're kind of like moved on to your next thing. And he said, no, Travis, dude, I'm serious. I'm like excited. I want to do this. I'm pumped. I want to do a podcast. I want to do it with you, man. I think we vibe well. And now he's stuck.
Somebody's got to carry this thing.
I don't even want to show you your numbers, Joey. I don't even want to show you your numbers.
Because they're legit.
You're getting blown out of the water by a few people.
Yeah, right. He is drunk.
I don't know, man. Mike is kind of he's sneaking up on you.
Oh well, I can share the love.
I think you hired him as a DJ just so you can break his kneecap. I think you do a little Nancy Kerrigan and just like crush him.
He'll crush it.
Did you get Emily Bort? Was she one of the ones that messaged you said, "Hey, listen to your podcast at all"? Was it Emily?
She has before,
and she's with Mike's. She's Mike's mortgage person, and so she said the same thing. So one of Mike's episodes, I don't know if I've released it yet, but we just completely talked about Emily for like a good 15 minutes, all in jest, and I posted. It was her birthday. And I posted on her wall like, hey, free advertisement. Hey. She didn't like it. She didn't even comment. So
I think they're in Italy.
Oh, okay, cool.
When did you send it to them?
That was like 3 days ago.
Oh yeah, she was home then.
Okay, so she's just on the data. She's not on the intercontinental data. I know we're jumping all over. But we're jumping all over, but okay, good. That makes me feel better. 4A to 2A. Yes. Who are we going to crush?
Well, definitely gonna beat the shit out of
White River.
Buckley.
Heck yeah, nonstop.
Yeah, it'd be like a little bloodbath. They're like our stepbrothers.
Did you know about all this before you listened to the podcast? Were you like I was surprised too? Did you know that it was going 4A to 2A?
No, I didn't.
I hadn't heard anything about it.
Mm-mm.
So I was like, I wonder how many people are gonna like look at that and go, are we serious here? If you had a kid in a program, would you be? As a parent, go, whoa!
I did it all when I came through 2A to 3A to 4A. So.
I was gonna say, you did it all, but you get more. Do you think you get more people looking at you when you're in 4A playing games or in 2A playing games? More scouts,
probably
and stuff
4A.
Like that.
But I mean, if you're good enough, they'll find you. Football? Are you talking sports?
I'm just talking sports in general.
Athletic, like
to
find an athlete. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
they'll find you if you're good enough. No
matter what, whether you're 2A, 3A, or 4A. Mm-hmm. Does it even bother scouts when they look at that? Like, he's blowing it up. But if he was in a 4A conference, or
maybe. I don't know. I'm not a scout, Trav.
Dude, you almost made me laugh while I'm drinking. You already saw that one coming. Okay, now we're going back to the traveling abroad. And somebody is traveling abroad, or has been traveling with abroad.
Yeah.
With abroad.
Yeah.
Your cousin.
Yeah.
He unveiled her on like through Snap or through the stories on Facebook. Did you notice that? Yeah. And Instagram too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I noticed that.
It was before. It was kind of like a hey, look at this scenery, and then he panned over
with like a hand, and then he'd pan the other way.
Yeah, that was it. It was a slow reveal, and then it was just her nonstop.
Good for him.
I hope he brings her back. Will he?
I don't know. Kate and I watch 90 Day Fiancé quite a bit.
That's what Corinne said.
I'm like, dude, Kate's like nonstop. This guy could make some money and get on 90 Day Fiancé for real. Dude, we're watching one right now. This dude's like from Squim, and he's like...
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And he's like... He's just like a farm boy that met this like Ukraine chick. And like this blonde chick, whatever. But you never know. Like, I'm like, these chicks just want to get here.
Right. They do.
She's like, I want baby with you now.
Was she hot?
She's not bad.
See, that's the thing.
For him, she's not bad.
Remember mail order brides back when we were kids? Like, that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
I mean, I didn't know a ton about it, but I heard about it.
I heard about it too as a joke. But is it a real thing?
I don't know. Well, I mean, you think about these guys that like, maybe you think the guy mail order. So these dudes are just ordering these chicks type of deal. Is that kind of what it means?
Right.
Well, now I think it's flip flop. Like, there's the internet. These guys like that aren't getting any play or whatever, like trying to find love, and then it's like a 9 pops up, and all of a sudden they're talking and they're in love or whatever. They're supposedly, one of them is, and then of course these guys are like going in major debt to get them up to see them and be with them or whatever. But
is that hard? I mean, you look at those people and you go, "Wow, what happened?" Like, I mean, for us, it's hard because we get chicks all the time. Like, girls always are looking at us even when we're walking down the street, right?
Yeah,
It's
especially
nonstop.
you.
Me too. Yeah.
Especially
Girls. Just like, hey, listen, I'm married. Here's my ring. Check it out. Chill. Like, I can't imagine buying some chick from like Ukraine.
I don't know how it works now. I think it's more like you meet. But Kate's like, oh my gosh, like Russia looks nice. Why do they want to come to the United States? I'm like, think about what you just said. Like, everybody wants to get to the United States.
Everyone, but at the time, like I think it's been like, I don't know, Hollywood has made it very like appealing and all that. So
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe who knows how rough it is over there too. The one thing I like about Russia as an insurance guy, everyone has a dash cam. You ever watch those videos from like they have a dash cam and these people are just like barely like, oh man, he almost got hit, but he didn't. Somebody falling on the car is like, ugh, I'm suing you.
Yeah.
You need dash cams in these other countries. It's crazy.
Because they don't have like stoplights and stuff. They just try to get
blast
through,
through
at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you ever had to drive in? You were over on.
I didn't drive though.
You had people drive for you, or
you took a cab or whatever. They didn't have Ubers then, but
did you
cab? You get a cab. It's like a Mercedes.
Oh, really?
Wow. It's just like Amsterdam. That's what it was.
Did it cost more or
No,
less?
it's just like the standard car over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a few minutes left. Is there anything more before we sign off that you wanted to catch me up on? Anything? Are you coaching kids? How's kids going with school? How's kids going with sports?
Things are going good. Basketball's going good. It's just the grind, bro. We're like kind of Groundhog Day right now.
Did you watch the Super Bowl? What did you think of the Super Bowl? I know you watched the Super Bowl, but what did you think?
Oh man, dude, Mahomes is a freak. I didn't think he was going to come back.
Me neither. Absolute freak.
I didn't think he was coming back.
The whole thing was just absolutely impressive. Are we surprised that the Niners didn't run the ball more? Like, they just didn't run the clock? I mean, that's right now what Shanahan's getting blown out of the water about. Was like, dude, you just could have kept running the ball, which was effectively working for you, and chew clock.
I don't know. I don't get it. Like, yeah. Mahomes is a freak.
He is a freak.
That's it.
Was it more impressive, you think, the Texans game where he came back, what was it, like 21-zip in the first quarter? Or do you think the Super Bowl was the more impressive comeback in the fourth quarter? Third-ish fourth quarter.
The Super Bowl's a big stage compared to the Texans, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think probably the Super Bowl. But, I don't know, dude. He's obviously a guy that takes a while to warm up and get his like wits about him, and then he just dominates. Kind of has to read the defense a little bit more. Like, what do you mean by Maybe,
that?
I don't know.
Get
like,
your
he's
wits.
just got to get like his like. He's got to feel comfortable like in his environment. Every week's different, you know. And then he just like blows up.
So, when you're down multiple scores, does your mindset change when you're playing? To like, we got to go. We got him. Every play counts.
Yeah, but it's also like a brain F too, because you're like, dude, that's gonna be tough to come back from.
Sure. I mean, you can do math. You can figure it out. Yeah.
And the time on the clock and whatever, you know. So yeah, it's definitely the chips are stacked against you.
So what do you do in the huddles when you're playing? You know, you just kind of like
just go at one play at a time, bro.
Literally, just like big play. We need big plays. We need just worry about your position. Worry about what you're doing. Execute.
That's all you can really do.
Wow. Do you ever like disagree with a play call? Like if
Absolutely.
You know, maybe 3rd and 13, and you're down by 2 scores, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna run it." Are you like, "What are we doing?"
Not necessarily in the heat of the moment, but after the fact, like that was a stupid ass call.
Right.
Like, whatever, you know what I mean? You just got to run it. When they call it, what are you supposed to do, you know?
Well, that was my question, was like, do you ever just go, or...
No, we're just in the huddle and Moxie's back there like, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get it to Billy Bob. And we're going to run this thing right up the middle. That's Varsity Blues for you.
That was good.
Little Moxie in the quarterback position.
Yeah, I like that. But seriously, did you ever like go like, dude, we need a score. Why are we on 3rd and 13?
Yeah, but what are you going to do? Go and talk to the coach about it? Like, what? It's his call.
And so you just have to trust it.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a good metaphor for all these guys. I mean, I did see I saw a meme of some guy sitting on the couch, and it said he's sitting on the couch eating and watching the football game, just fat and just eating crap, and quarterback throws an interception and it says me, and it's you sitting on the couch eating, and you're like, what an idiot. But it's like, you know, but we're all the people that work. We go to work Monday through Friday or whatever, and we have our manager who makes decisions for us that we hate. And then you start thinking about, well, that's what sometimes a coach does. You know, a coach will say, hey, we're going to do this play. We're going to do that play. And it's like, and you may even disagree with it, but you just learn to roll with it and execute it to the best of your ability.
You got to do your job, bro.
That's all it is.
I mean, the play could work. You just got to do your job.
And these plays that you guys practice, is it done obviously in practice, and you've seen it work in practice? And does it give you a false...
That's the whole thing about football, because you can play it against all the defenses that they've ever shown, and they could put in a new blitz or a new defensive front or a different package, and then that's why it's a gamble always, because that's why these offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators and whatever make a lot of money.
It's because it's just constant
like a
chess game. Yeah. Now, are you ever like...
And we're just the pawns out there.
Are you ever like false confidence though? Like, dude, this works so well in practice, and
well,
then all of a sudden you just get blown up with it. And you're like, dude, what happened?
That didn't work. Yeah, all the time. Not anymore, but when I played,
yeah, that'd be so frustrating. Now Tyson? You mentioned now you watch Tyson or listen to Tyson's episode. Do you watch the games like Tyson watches the games, where you kind of watch that safety come down and you know, okay, they're going to stack the box over here, and now it's
watch. If you know how to watch film, or if you've been taught how to watch, I watch film totally different than like just watching the game.
Right.
Know? Like I watch what the defensive front's doing. I see where the line's sliding to. I can see like
where the pressure's coming.
I can see what the flag is before it's a flag, and I'll call it. And Kate's like, "You should be a commentator. How do you know all this stuff?"
That's because you were taught to
a commentator. Yeah.
I think I could see it, dude.
No,
I could see it.
Kate says that all the time, but I'm like, eh.
But with watching it though, do you ever watch it with people that didn't play football and they're like, "Oh, that was a terrible play," or "That was a terrible call," and you're like, "Dude, that was actually probably the call. That's what that was the play call that should have happened there." I mean, granted, it wasn't the best play call, but that's what you would do with your analytics and stuff.
We were watching a Cougs game one time, and I have a buddy, which I won't say his name, but we had like 5 or 6 or 7 maybe even pass interferences, PIs on defense. And our guys were like on them, but they wouldn't turn around when the ball was thrown. So it's like a pass interference.
Right.
Like you got to turn your head around or something. He's like, "No, I used to play DB. That's not how it works." Da, da, da. I'm like, "Dude, why do you think they just screwed up on 8 calls?"
Right.
No. It's like
they
got to turn their head around.
Yeah.
They got to like
contest the catch and turn your head around. Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Dude. So then does that get frustrating?
He full on believed it, but at the same time, it's like obviously it's not the right thing. So it's like just at that point you're just an idiot, not me, him.
I feel like you say that a lot. It's just an idiot, not me, that guy. You've practiced that line.
No,
that was perfect.
I'm just witty.
You are pretty good, pretty funny stuff. All right, well, everyone, thanks for listening to another Hollerin with Hollenbeck. Love having you on, Joey. We're going to jump in a couple more. We're going to probably take a little quick break. Let you go to the bathroom. Are you feeling good on the?
Yeah, I'm good on the bathroom. I like how you like try to pawn it off on me though. We're gonna take a quick break. Let Joey use the bathroom as you're just like fully like staring at your like chicken bites or whatever the hell you're eating. We're just gonna take a quick little break. Let Joey used the restroom real quick. Like, try to flip the script on me.
You know, I'm gonna scarf it down.
So, what do you want to talk about in that podcast?
It's so true. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows. That's good. I'm glad we ended on a good laugh at my expense, but it's true. Everyone, thanks for listening. We're going to let Joey go to the bathroom, and everyone have a great day.